Hi everyone, and welcome to a new episode. Today I want to talk about what it is to be an early adopter. Are you an early adopter? It is a loaded question, and if you don't understand why, then by the end of this video, I think that you will. So that's what we're talking about today, so let's get into it. It can be easy to forget what this whole space, why it was created, what it's all about, because there is a lot of noise. There's a lot of attention-seeking headlines, a lot of talk about governmental interventions, a lot of that ever-present question of when will cryptocurrencies see mass adoption? When will cryptos be palatable enough for the masses? Now, it's my humble opinion that cryptocurrencies should never be palatable. They should continue to seek to be disruptive. And for those who can see the value in that disruption and use it to their advantage, that, my friend, is what we call an early adopter. Being able to recognize what is valuable without needing to wait for the validation from anyone else. Now, obviously, times are different now for people entering the cryptocurrency space compared to, say, 10 years ago, right, when it entered, and even up to like 5 years ago. It's very different. Times are different, and the people are different, because before Bitcoin was launched, the only way that you could pursue real hard money, a way to hedge against the decisions made by the Federal Reserve or central banks, what people often pursued were precious metals like gold and silver. Holding physical gold and silver is always a good idea, but thinking about using them in everyday purchases is not exactly realistic. Now, this isn't turning into a debate about precious metals and cryptocurrencies, because they certainly both have their strengths. But I bring this up because Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, but not all cryptocurrencies, because they aren't all created equal. By the way, you should remember that. But for the purposes of this video, I'm going to say Bitcoin was created because it was the first one. It was created to build on top of the certain attributes that gold and silver have. For example, Bitcoin has a total supply that is 100% known, predetermined, and irrevocable. Meaning there can't be some silly government wanting to print away Bitcoin just because they decided that they want to increase debt or encourage debt. Whatever kind of silly decisions that may be, that cannot happen with Bitcoin. It is known, it is programmed in, it is hard money in that regard. Additionally, Bitcoin can be transferred digitally, peer-to-peer, in a completely third-party-less kind of way, without the third party needed to validate the transactions or to validate that the actual Bitcoins are legitimate and should be accepted as such. Bitcoin can't be counterfeited. Pretty cool little aspect there as well. That can certainly happen with gold and silver and other fiat currencies. So with a 100% known hard supply, with a system and a network that allows Bitcoins and other cryptocurrencies to be transferred in a completely peer-to-peer without a third-party intermediary, mixed with the fact that Bitcoin cannot be counterfeited, that it is digital, completely easy to be transferred, to be taken from one place to another on a USB drive. This is what makes Bitcoin and other similar cryptocurrencies the logical next step in the evolution of monetary tools. These are the types of attributes that early adopters are on the lookout for. Recognizing these attributes is what gives early adopters, if you're in the know, strong hands and the ability to hold on for the long term and ultimately reap the huge benefits that can come from being an early adopter. My point here is this: if you are new to this cryptocurrency space, first of all, congratulations and welcome. You're about to, if you continue down this path, you're going to lead to a whole bunch of autonomy and freedom and privacy if you do it right. But you are an early adopter, but only technically. Now, I encourage you are watching this video, which is a great start, but I definitely encourage you to continue to broaden your understanding of this space through a whole bunch of different platforms. But most importantly, I want to encourage you to think of being an early adopter as more of a mindset than an expiration date. Like, oh, did I make it in time to be an early adopter? No, it should be a mindset. Early adopters are often contrarians, independent thinkers. They question everything. And most importantly, over time, they understand and are able to identify the core values that will continue to be important and ring true well into the future. This is what gives them the tool to be an early adopter, to not have to wait for the validation of someone else to say that, it's a worthy investment or an idea to pursue, to spend your time on. All that being said, I do want to share with you some of the things that I have learned in my past 6+ years in this cryptocurrency space. First one being, decentralization is an aspect that can be applied on several different levels of a lot of different things. And when it comes to standing up against any entity, whether it be governmental or corporate, for anyone who is trying to impart their control, decentralization is one hell of a defense. Also, a little tidbit here, platforms that have CEOs have bottlenecks that will get pinched. It's just a matter of time. And when I say get pinched, what I mean there is that ultimately it will result in the sacrifice of the privacy of its end users. It's only a matter of time. This last one is just a good old life lesson that rings true in many different aspects, but especially in this cryptocurrency space, and that is actions speak louder than words. Especially in this cryptocurrency space, people love to announce their announcements. They love to make announcements. They love to talk about everything, but just remember, it is all noise. You need to take a look at what is actually being built and how that reflects what they respect. Things like removing third-party middlemen and censorship and providing or facilitating things like privacy and autonomy. These are the pillars of this cryptocurrency space. There is a lot of noise out there, and of course, you are free to participate in this space however you see fit. Hello, autonomy and freedom there, which is amazing. But anyway, stick around long enough and you will begin to recognize what is important, what rings true, and what will continue to have staying power well into the future. And then, my friends, you are well on your way to be a true early adopter. That's it for today's episode. I hope that you guys enjoyed this and you learned something. Leave a comment down below. I appreciate it also if you leave a like. If you haven't hit subscribe yet, go ahead and do that with the bell notification so you can get notified when more videos come out like this. In the meantime, I will be seeing you guys soon, so have a good one.